minute. Yo, wait, do not tell me we're gonna summon. Are we gonna summon? Oh!
And SonicFox is your Dragon Ball Fighters Evolution 2018 champion.
Hello, I'm SonicFox, and these are the matches that made me.
SonicFox is cursed with always being the villain because you expect SonicFox to win. That's how good that they are. So when you get up there, Sage has a chance, everybody's backing Sage. You've got the SonicFox Nation pretty much always backing.
I have known Sage for legitimately about 10 plus years now, maybe 12 now. I've pretty much known him for as long as Skullgirls has been out. And that dude, that is my brother. He is family to me. I will die for that person, okay? We have been through so many ups together, so many downs together. We've lived together, like we've shared joys, we've cried together. We have experienced it all together, all right? I will do anything for that person. So the fact that our favorite fighting game not only got brand new DLC, the fighting game that made us become close to begin with, we also had a chance to be able to represent how much we love this game on the highest stage in the world. And it'd be actually official. It was everything to us. And then making grand finals with my ride or die, my best friend, us always wanting to push each other. I felt like it was going to be my only shot to really show people how wonderful of a game Skullgirls is. And not only that, I knew that my best friend would also try to, you know, give it his all too. And it just reignited that rivalry between him and I that we had. And we ended up, again, grinding like every day for like hours on end. It was truly a sight to see. So when we had that opportunity, him and I both wanted to really make it count. We wanted to see each other in winners finals. We wanted to see each other in grand finals. And we came out and it was just wonderful.
Saying earlier today, I was actually commentating these two playing multiverses, and now I'm sitting here watching them in the pinnacle of a game that I love.
Yes, close friends doing battle to the death.
It makes me so happy, Pat.
So the meta at the time with the Skullgirls during the Evo build was Catgirls, like Miss Fortune, RoboFortune, and Annie was the meta. Like they were just such a broken team. Like it's very reminiscent of, how can I put this, MSP and MVC2. It was just such an oppressive team. You got two touchdowns off of almost anything. You had a DP assist to cover you. You had a beam assist to cover you. Like, it just had everything. And then you would get hit once, guess wrong, next character. And the entire team was revolved around that. It was get hit once, guess for a game, next character. Certain instances you would straight up just get TOD'd with certain meter possibilities. But if you weren't playing that, then you would have to play Big Band.
Fantastic patience here from Dekillsage.
Finally,
Sonic goes in. Yep.
The red light's gone.
Sage is comfortable with that bait.
Sage was the closest to being against the meta, if you will, quote unquote, because he played Philia Annie Band, which it's still a really broken team. Don't get me wrong. Philia Annie Band is a really good team. It was actually a pretty good anti-meta team because it had a lockdown DP assist, which is so irritating to deal with when you're playing a character that also is Magneto. That's why I also imagine calling Magneto and then doing a lockdown DP assist and just getting like so many 50-50s from it. It was everything. But his was a really good like anti-meta team. It could deal with my team really well. And we kind of just played our best, tried to show off as much tech as we could, and it ended up working out.
It was not safe. This is the end of that misfortune.
Holy mackerel. Just finishing the combo here.
Has the meter to do it.
Yep.
Just follow it through.
Just hairball, yes, into super.
There we are.
And the crowd explodes. Sage going up 1-0 in this grand final.
Which is really interesting because Sage's main team is Philia Annie Band, and I kind of beat him really badly in winners finals, but he ended up switching the order to Annie Philia Band, and that really messed with me. I thought the order wasn't going to be very good, but he switched it, and it ended up like almost making me lose Evo. So it was really awesome.
Listen to the crowd.
That's the crowd.
Listen to the crowd.
That's the crowd. That's the crowd. So proud that Dekillsage has defeated SonicFox 3 times in a row to reset the bracket.
When he reset the bracket against me, I was just sitting there thinking, oh, not this shit again. This just happened to me at Combo Breaker. I really don't want this to happen to me again. So I sat down, I relaxed, took a deep breath, and then I went up to a pretty decisively.
I love it.
Great one.
Try to do the instant overhead in the super, that's not gonna play.
Providing more, just one system that needed to get in.
Nothing left you can do there.
Trying the best, yeah. Sage you know what it is. You know what it is. Come on, I had to give it a go.
Oh yeah. So there was a moment in game 2 where he tried to rob me, and I know that he tried to rob me because I did a button. Like Big Ben's like one of the most peak robbery characters in that game. So I did a button, he push blocked me, and then immediately did super. And if I pressed another button, like both me and my assist would have both just exploded. So I pressed the button, and then I started blocking, and he did it. And I was like, and I knew he was gonna do it because like he's a little asshole. Yeah, like I love Sage, but he plays like such an asshole in Skullgirls, so he did it, and I baited it, and I killed him for it. I was like, you're not killing me today. He's like, almost though. I almost killed you. I was like, I know you almost killed me. That's how you didn't do it.
Wow! Oh my gosh! SonicFox just cashed it all in. Next touch will win this round.
Guys, grab!
What?
Still got a lot of headroom though.
If Sonic wins this round, they will be the EVO 2022 champion.
And then I had a missed opportunity, and then he ended up coming back 2-0. So I'm busy panicking. I'm like, oh shit, like this is do or die, but it's also like I'm smiling ear to ear, like this is thrilling, this is really fun. I'm like, I wouldn't have it any other way to be able to go 2-2, final game, final match with my best friend.
Yeah. Yes, because when in doubt, double P out. Kai, the very next person who wins this round will be the winner of Evolution
I can't believe we're going to game
2022.
The way this match influenced me as a player is, like I said, it was being able to show off that through hard work, through dedication, through community, through love, through empathy, we can overcome anything. And realizing how we used to just, like Sage and I used to legitimately travel to like 2 hours away from, or 3 hours away from our home just to compete in 4-man majors. I'm not even joking, like 4-man tournaments. I call them majors, but like 4 people at the time back in 2013, that was a lot of people for us in Skullgirls. And knowing that we went from just 4 people then to now like, 200 plus people at Evo in Skullgirls, like that showed me that if we really put in the hard work and the time and the passion and motivation for it, we can do anything. Fighting games is truly something so great.
Very, very simple to just chip out from that moment.
Oh! And SonicFox takes it 3-2 in a nail biter. I don't think I could have written a better grand final set than that for the 2 close friends to come down to the wire. That is going to go down in history.
When we first looked at this game, we were like, it's got to be SonicFox Goichi. And all these other players are winning all these events, right? Like CEO Kazunoko, Hook Gang God winning the Summon. It was like, all right, are we going to see someone else? Is this Evo going to be different?
Exactly.
We got the exact match that we expected. This is the one. SonicFox on the stage versus Goichi.
The reason why the match versus Goichi is on my list is you all know about the rivalry between Goichi and I. It's like a story that has transcended the fighting game. All right, the esports between us. It's just he's the best in the East, I'm the best in the West, and it just 2 trains getting ready to collide with each other. Okay, it was the immovable object meets unstoppable force. Okay, it was. He was winning all these events in Japan. I was winning all the events in the United States. And then he finally comes over and like he fucks me up bad.
Take another single hit. And there it is. That may be curtains and all she wrote as Goichi goes into the loops. Final flash incoming after this energy field. And this is going to be enough to do the job. Goichi is your final round champion. What a tremendous grand finals. The guaranteed, it's settled now. Goichi is without question the best in the world.
Okay, but you know me, you know my personality. I'm not here to let that happen, okay? So I trained my ass off and, you know, I beat him at Combo Breaker. And then now it's like, it's the first time Goichi has been defeated by another player, straight up. It's never been seen before, especially by a US player. So our heads are now starting to gear up towards Evo, and I knew this was gonna be the biggest Evo event ever. It was the first Evo event to even surpass Street Fighter, and I haven't seen that in literally years. So seeing that there was a game that could surpass even Street Fighter was awesome. Goichi and I, like days prior, we were chilling in the hotel when we were playing hours, I mean hours of first to deaths to each other, because we knew like nobody could keep up with us at the time. Nobody could keep up with us. So the best training that Goichi and I could possibly have was to train with each other. And we learned so much from each other. We kept going back and forth, like laughing, having a good time, because at the end of the day, we were friends. The thing that we admired most about us is that we both hate losing. We really, really wanted to win. And it was like, this is a true rivalry. Like, this is someone that, like, this is the person you want to have push you in life.
Oh, what you gonna do? How you gonna open me up? Oh, just like
Yeah, the stagger, he caught him, level 3.
Yep.
And there's no more sparking. Goichi just has to guess.
Oh boy, where are we going?
The meta at DBFZ season 1 at the time was playing Bardock. You would hit somebody, he had a really cheap win condition. You would hit somebody and then you would level 3 with them with Bardock, and then it was just straight up a guess for a game. Which is like I said, I'm used to playing games like that where you hit them once, you reset them, next character, okay? So Bardock solved the game in a very solid way. He had a really strong neutral control, really high damage. He was very easy to play, and like what he did for teams was truly wonderful. He had a really strong mix-up, really, really strong pressure. Like he was kind of just a perfect character. And then you would always end in his level 3, and then you would just put them in a high-low mix-up immediately. And you're saying, what's up? Like, do something about this, all right? Guess for game, flip a coin. So he was very, very, very powerful. But because of him being very powerful, you were able to play a lot of other characters that you typically weren't able to play, right? Like I was able to play some Masu on my team, Goichi was playing Cell still. Like we had, even though we both had Bardock on your team, we had vastly different teams and vastly different team strategies. So
It's crazy, you gotta work overtime on the health bar.
Yeah.
With the Revenger Assault,
That damn dragon always meddling.
they're always meddling. Everybody wanna be greedy for the Dragon Balls,
All
for
right.
sure.
Mix up here. Oh, the extra health. He summoned Shenron and everything. Javelin, Zamas.
Is that actually enough? Yes,
it is. SonicFox in Grand Finals winner's side.
So playing him in winners finals, it was just honestly, it was just pretty decisive. It felt like, how can I put this? It felt like he wasn't playing the best Goichi as he possibly could have. He was kind of just like, I think he was a little nervous to say in winners finals, and I could feel it. Like I was playing against him, I could feel the pressure. But I think when he got sent to losers, it was like the Goichi I knew. That's who I was playing. I was like, oh, this is the Goichi I knew, because he came back, he 3-0'd me quick. Like it was bad. Like I got messed up really, really badly.
Vegeta assist.
Like that Tekken Master, if I try to actually hit Vegeta. Okay, it's still a
Ran all the way up, and it's gonna be a reset.
We got a reset, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, look at Goichi with the ice grill!
And I was just sitting there and I was just thinking, I'm like, well, this is the Goichi that I'm used to. I can't try to play him the same way I played him in winners finals. This is the Goichi.
Yeah, the question SonicFox is apparently asking is if there can be a side switch in between the sets. He wants player 1 now. But the rules say, nah, son, you gotta stay right there.
It was very simple. I wanted to take some time to think about it, and I wanted to request a side switch. And people don't know that when you lose a set, you are in your right to request a side switch. And I knew I'm slightly better on player 1 side, so I requested a side switch. And I think there was a language barrier because it was weird at the time. Even the Evo staff on the stage didn't know their own rules. I knew this, but they didn't know their own rules, so it caused this whole debacle of them not knowing the rules, and then finally confirming the rules, and then needing to go get a translator to explain the rules to Goichi. That took way longer than it should have, to be honest. So it actually, I think it iced Goichi. Well, that really wasn't the intention. I just wanted to switch sides. But by doing that, it made the match take much longer than it should have.
He's gonna do it to level 3, yes!
Now, does he bait out the H-Air Commando from SonicFox?
I think this might be really meaty.
Oh, that block was incredible.
You really think you slick, Goichi? I like that.
He got him!
SonicFox!
Oh, and SonicFox is feeling that. He's powering up. He's hulking up.
I think it kind of cooled him down a bit. But he was still playing really, really strong in the first match of Grand Finals. I almost lost. Okay, I was off my own nervousness. I had like a really decisive moment where I could have just won on the spot, and I missed it because I was nervous. But I ended up clutching out the match anyways. But it was like, he was like, to me, I felt like it didn't really affect him that much. He was playing really good. I ended up playing better at that moment. The reason why I was so nervous on this one is because, again, I'm playing against literally the strongest opponent I have ever faced in my entire life. I have never played a player more stronger than Goichi in my entire life. there's many players that have been very close, but nobody can compare to the way Goichi made me feel playing against him.
Ooh, he's gonna save the bars. Get off of me. No staggers for you.
Put your hands away. SonicFox up 2-0.
One more. Oh my God. One away to crown our champion.
So I was very nervous, especially with DBFZ. It's the very first year. People say I can only win in NRS games, and I just wanted to prove to people that is not true. I am good at any fighting games I truly want to apply myself to, and I wanted to prove it to like I said, to the entire world, especially with DBFZ being the most entrants at Evo over Street Fighter. I was like, this is the one I need to show people. Like, I can do this, and once I do this, nobody can say shit to me. So.
Fox. Oh! Wait a minute. Yo, wait, do not tell me we're gonna summon. Are we gonna summon? Oh! And SonicFox is your Dragon Ball Fighters Evolution 2018 champion. He's done it. He's done it.
All those years, SonicFox back-to-back Evo champion, multi-time Evo champion, NRS games, he's done it all. Everybody said he only wins in the games people don't play. He won the biggest game at Evolution. Everybody has to respect this man.
Man, impressive work. Tekken Master coming out of nowhere, working so hard against so many opponents here. Finally making it to grand finals, but look at the final boss.
Okay, so the match with Tekken Master on my list is very, very powerful because it was the very first moment where I really, really felt myself succumbing to the pressure. Like, I've never felt myself succumb to so much pressure before until I faced against Tekken Master. I'm talking about a foreign player who I've never heard of, never even seen gameplay of, suddenly making grand finals with me. I'm like, who is this player? I've never seen this player before. He's coming out of nowhere.
Here, this is not looking good here for Tekken Master.
Overhead, but out of the air, down one, and so now it's time for Tekken Master to try to make things work.
No, not many opportunities left. This is going to be it. One last mix-up, and he gets clipped on the way down.
Folks, that is SonicFox qualifying for grand finals again.
Wow, just
in Mortal
like
Kombat
that.
X. How many times have we said that?
And he's firing away. Shooter McGavin, he's popping off of every opponent, and a valiant effort.
Like, I'm doing really well in winners, you know, I make it through winners pretty decisively, and I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty confident I'll do this again in grand finals. But then all of a sudden, it was just like he had this mode switch. He was making every single right read.
Blocked properly this time, and now maybe it's time for Tekken Master to take advantage of it. He has a lot of advantage there.
Oh man, he's staggering these party crashers
Again,
so
will he
well.
go for chip? Will he get chip on this?
He does, tying things up here. And look at SonicFox. That's the first game he's lost today, am I right?
You are right.
Okay.
He was 3-0 against Hayate.
All right.
And he was 3-0 against Tekken Master in their last set.
I was getting nervous. I was dropping my confirms. I was scared to do anything. And then he reached the bracket. And when he reached the bracket, I was like, okay, I've been here before. I still got this. He played really good. But then he went up one game in the reset bracket. And for those who don't know, that's when he got the infamous moment where I'm wearing my blue Fox hat. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like,
trying to go up 1-0 in this grand
He's going to do it. He's going to do it. He's going to do it.
Oh, man. Nobody in the crowd saw this coming. Oh, and look at the glance from Tekken Master. Woo, and Sonic.
Oh.
Whoa. Whoa. I don't think we've ever seen that before.
We have.
Yeah.
And I put the blue Fox hat down. It was that moment when he went up 1-0. It was in my mind. I was like, this shit is not a game anymore. I need to relinquish everything about me and just only focus on the game.
Yes or no? Down jab. Oh, SonicFox gets it. Wow, and the celebration.
I feel like that's not a celebration. That's relief.
Relief, you're right. Yeah, definitely. And
I relinquished my personality. I relinquished everything. And I was like, I need to beat this asshole, dude. He is so good right now. I really need to win. The way I slow down the momentum, or not, at least not get overwhelmed by pressure, is I just think to myself, I just talk to myself. I'm like, Sonic, calm down. Like, it's fine. Like, you dropped a combo, don't get tilted. Everybody drops combos. You've seen it all the time. It's not gonna be any different from you. Sure, you could have won the match already earlier, but now you have to win it again. Deal with it. Fighting games are always presenting you with a situation where you only have yourself to blame. So when I drop my combo, I only have myself to blame. When I miss an opportunity, I only have myself to blame. So I can't sit there and get tilted about missing my opportunity. I'm like, I'll just have to create another one. It's that simple.
Oh my god, I can't.
He going for damage.
I can't watch.
The damage.
Oh man.
The damage.
The block! And it is all tied up 2-2 Evolution 2016.
What's the final pick against Blood God Total? Certainly there are some counters to him. Let's see what he does.
Who would have thought an NRS grand final at Evolution with no blue hats?
Well, but maybe with the alien.
Oh,
Initially, when Mortal Kombat X came out, it wasn't very, most people only played one character. But I was the one that really started implementing the counter pick strategy. So I had a lot of characters just prepared and ready. With Cassie Cage, Aaron Black, Alien, like I had all the characters ready. And so counter picking people was really important to me. And so when I saw him pick Devora in the first match, I'm like, I could pick Aaron Black, but I'm gonna pick Cassie Cage because this character just smokes this character really badly. And so that's what I did. It ended up paying off, but then he ended up going back to Kotal Kahn, which I don't like that matchup with Cassie because Cassie has a lot of gaps that Kotal Kahn can exploit. So I ended up switching back to Aaron Black, but Aaron Black also didn't seem to be working out either. Then I ended up, readjusting, and then he switched to a different variation. But I was kind of really happy he switched to the variation because no matter what, when I lost, I thought in my head I win, because the variation he used is a very, how can I put it? It's a very, very lame variation. Very, very slow and methodical kind of game. It doesn't really open you up, just pressure, and then kills you over time, okay? It's a kind of a war of attrition kind of character. But the thing about Alien is a acidic character. He's a very acid, very dot damage, everything anywhere. So even though we're not doing anything, but Alien has a lot of safe 50-50s off of literally everything. I can just 50-50 you off of literally any string you name it. I have a safe 50-50, and I can just do it. And if you get knocked down, you're gonna take, like, imagine, like, for the Street Fighter players, imagine every single time you get knocked down by an unreactable overhead, you're now dealing with like Dalsum's yoga carpet, flame carpet, all right? And you know how much damage that does, being a flame carpet. So imagine doing that but squared. So I'll put like so much acid on the floor. So even though we're not doing anything, we're not getting opened up, he's taking like 20% damage off of me doing nothing. Your character has no 50-50s, and my character, it's just a blender machine that's safe at doing it and will lame you out. So that was the strategy, and when I ended up picking Alien against that, I was like, this is just a done deal.
The Alien, oh man, Tekken Master with barely any health left.
There it is!
That is it!
Finally, like, toppling over Tekken Master in that match, the way it influenced me was that I could, in that moment, solidify myself as the best MKX player in the world. Like, in that moment, I was like, I am the best. I can confidently say, like, I am the NRS head, like MK, like, face, all right? When I put my mind to a game that I truly love, I will be the best in that game. So being able to overcome Tekken Master, overcome all those other players, again, for 2 years in a row, I was really happy with my progress.
Excellent work. Look at this guy, well earned. Not wearing a hat during the pop-off, very rare, look at that.
And he fought for it this
and
time.
The hat,
back
look
on
at that.
Immediately.
Wow,
And
he pulls a Justin Wong, collapses on stage, and a weird celebration, a little bit awkward, but
Yeah.
that's cool, he earned it.
He wants to win everything.
Yes.
And, and regardless of success right now, if he doesn't end up taking it, that's how he's going to feel.
Yeah.
He's going to be disappointed.
He's going to be
So
very
the reason why the match with Pick of the Hut is important to me is because, one, people don't know this, but Pick of the Hut was the reason why I got into competitive NRS scenes. Like why he was the one that advocated for me to go offline. Like he was literally one of my very first supporters ever before I even was like SonicFox, before I even made a name for myself. He was one of the very first people like, yeah, you should come to this offline event. Like you should come meet players. He was the first person to believe in me. And I really appreciated that. And that was way back in Mortal Kombat 9. I'm legit, I'm 12 years old, 12, 13 years old. He was the very first person on this forum, seeing how good I was and recognizing that like I had the skills to do this. So being able to, at the time, go into grand finals with somebody that I thought was a really close and dear friend of me. And for people that don't know, that was my very, very first Evo ever. I would say it was a little bit overwhelming at my very first Evo. It was very exciting though. Like I had some really strong opponents in my pool one, and I actually, because of my nervousness, I actually missed a huge opportunity against like one of the Australian players. I think it was like Megabytes. I think his name was. Like I knew he was like one of the better flashes of the world, and so like I could have beat him decisively 2-0, but I missed a massive opportunity, and I ended up being tied. I ended up clutching it out, but still, it was very scary. There was a really strong Shazam player to make top 8. He put like, for people don't know, Shazam was low tier in that game, but he was still a very strong blender character. He was a very scary grappler in that game. Okay, so Cage Digit was the best Shazam in the world. Okay, overcoming all his bad matchups, overcoming everyone. Like he was such a good player.
So risky. Okay, just a couple mix-ups away. Just a couple away.
Here we go.
Close. It's close. He got it. All right. Digit takes it with Shazam.
I was thinking about waking up in my mind. I was like, oh, I'm about to wake up, and then I didn't. And then he threw a lightning bolt at me instead because he was nervous as well. And I jumped at him because Backo just jumps at people and I killed him for it. I was like, yes. So situations like that, like, even though I was overwhelmed in that moment, like legit my heart was like jumping at my stomach. I was like, I'm about to make top 8, but this is a guess for game scenario. My very first Evo, I'm about to make top 8, but I can lose it right here, right now. I made the right decision and I knew that I still had the guts to compete. Like, now that's the very first time I was on a big stage like that. Like, that was me, like truly being on a grand stage among a bunch of my other peers. And that's when I knew I had the merit to be able to be in a place like this.
Good damage, spend some time. Oh,
went for a grab, but for some reason it whiffed.
And as a result, he's getting caught in the vortex. Oh, what?
Wow.
Little variation on that.
Oh yeah, so like I said, Backo is just a blender vortex character. She hits you, she restands you, and then, because that game is back to block, it's very simple. She would put you in a roll-up that would, you know, keep you entrapped like this, and now I jump at you. I'll do jump 2. It'll either hit you right here or right here. I don't know where science is gonna hit on. You don't either. That's great. Even if you guess right on that, now you have to guess if I'm gonna do this or this. So they both are on the same frame. And if you get hit by any of that, you can put back in square one again, okay? God forbid you're in the corner, because then it's just like, I'll restand you once, and I'll just do high-low. If you guess wrong, you lose 60% of your life in this next round, okay? Like it's just 35% into like 65% and you're just dead. It's really
Better opening for Pig this time.
Oh, and he gets the grab.
Versus Zod. Zod is a zoning character, but the stupid thing about Zod is that his rushdown was also really broken. He had a puppet that he could just summon behind you, and once it was out, you just had no choice to block. There was no escape. He could just keep matching the circle and would teleport behind you. You had no choice to block it. It also had an overhead that would snatch you into a full combo, and just so you know, Zod has low starters. So he was like this hybrid zoning character that had all these things that would just send you full screen. And because Injustice has a lot of interactables in the game, he would summon the puppet, and while legitimately, you're taking a block infinite, he would grab one of the unblockable interactables while you're taking an infinite and just throw it at you. It's just guaranteed damage. And you would go to the next one, throw it at you. It's like, wow, that was just 40% for you blocking. Great, sick, what a wonderful game. But legit, it's the classic zoner versus rushdown character. But I was like, if I get in and I touch you once, you are dead. And I have so many stupid ways to just hit you. So he has to play better than me in that matchup, always.
Done before, there's Chip.
And SonicFox.
SonicFox got the punish on it, takes the round. And look at that from Pick of the Hut. He was so happy to get into Grand Finals, and right now he's down 0-5.
Yeah. Oh, if I sense players are getting tilted against me, I love that. I just fucking, I will exploit you. I'll start doing things that will purposely tilt you. Like straight up, I'll just start doing this and I know we're gonna piss you off. I'll start making reads where you're going, why the hell did you read that? I know that. It's me sensing blood in the water. But the thing is, even though Pig gets emotional, while he does get emotional, he's really good at holding them over even in tournaments. So even though he's visibly frustrated, that doesn't mean he lets it affect his gameplay. His gameplay is always still solid, it's always still sound. He only lets it out once he loses the match. Once he loses that, it's like, okay, yeah, give him 5 minutes, the salty walk, give him 5 minutes. But, that's like all of us. You lose a big match, give us 5 minutes. I don't want to take a picture or anything. I'm mad, okay? So, it's no different for him. He's emotional because he's passionate, and I can admire that. That's one of the biggest things I admire about Pig is he's very loud about who he was. He was very passionate about the things that he liked. I truly, really enjoyed competing with him. So going to my very first Evo ever and winning it with Injustice, with, again, being in Grand Finals with somebody I really, really looked up to, it was everything to me.
Nice. Push blocked, and he gets away, and there's the DP, this could be it!
And it is! SonicFox is gonna take it 6-0.
Evolution 2014 champion, SonicFox, RG SonicFox.
That moment defined me. It let me officially establish a record, some kind of legacy. This is the start. I'm only 14, 15 at the time? I'm pretty sure I'm 15 at the time. I'm still a minor. This is the moment where I was I'm gonna start making a name for myself. And fun fact, ever since that moment, I haven't lost a single Injustice 1 tournament from that Evo. There was 20, 30 plus tournaments. I won every single one of them. Not a single person was able to defeat me. The only person that got closest was Honeybee. But from that moment on, that's when I was like, this is the start of something legendary, and it truly is.
little bit of beef between these two. Here we go, grand finals, everybody. Let's make some noise. We got a little bit of a crowd here. Let's go.
The reason why this match with Ninja Killer at Final Kombat 2020 is on my list because it was the very first moment I was able to show this dude I am better than you. Like straight up. There was always this big rivalry between him and I where players thought he was better than me because of MKX when I quit the game. And then he ended up playing the meta and playing like one of the best characters in the game at the time. And I admired his skill is very good. I admired how good his skill was. But I truly thought in my heart, like especially with like fresh new game coming out, I was like, I'm gonna show this like players in this world. This dude is not shit. He's nice at the game, but I'm better. Okay, that's what I wanted to prove to him. I was like, I am the better Mortal Kombat player. If we both play the same game at the same time, like I will show you that I am the better Mortal Kombat player.
Ninja Killer! The upset of the #1 seed Ninja is on to grand finals here at Final Kombat 2020. There's Mama Ninja Killer in the crowd celebrating.
So in the winners match, I had, like I said, I had a few missed opportunities where I could have straight up just won, and he took advantage of them, and I think I kind of let that get to me. And then the last match was kind of like a Liu Kang round. Liu Kang was the best character in the game at that moment. His pressure was stupid, throw loops, like it was just the character literally had everything. And I remember sitting there thinking when I lost, I was just like, why did I keep letting a Liu Kang round happen to me? Like, I should really just start mashing with this dude because he keeps doing this one thing and one thing only. And then that's why I started like mashing. You can see in the matches, I'm mashing down 2 randomly. I'm just interrupting everything because I'm just like, dude, like he's trying to make me scared of him. And I'm like, that's the one thing that the Ninja tries to do to you. He tries to make you intimidated by him.
I like the timing on that sweep. I think the fact that it was a little later was not what Fox expected.
I'm just not scared of you. And then I started showing that. Like I was not scared of him. So much there was like a really funny moment right before I reset the bracket. There was a guaranteed punish he got on my projectile where I pulled out my Batman doll. And I know he's gonna punish me. The moment I shoot it, I know he's gonna punish me for it. But Joker has an entire dialogue with it. He can hold it. It's like a 10-second dialogue.
Create those opportunities. This is looking like we might have a reset. It's holding the puppet!
Aw, so cute. You'll pay for this, Joker. Pipe down, dipsqueak.
Held holding it. How would you punish anyway?
Like I'm busy screaming and he flying kicks me immediately afterwards. And I'm laughing and I immediately get him and I immediately kill him immediately afterwards. It was just a really funny moment for me. But that's when I knew. I was like, even though I'm in losers, I'm having a great time. I'm about to reset this bracket. I'm about to do it to this dude. The reason why I can stay so happy and jovial in moments even when I lose is because I'm generally having a good time. I love competing. Even when I lose, I like losing. It means I can get better. So I don't mind losing. I feel like I'm like Goku in this regard. Even going back to Goichi, like we did not mind losing because it meant we can get stronger. And so that's why we actively try to play better. Actively go out of our way to play better players because we thought they could push us. And that's what we did, right? So even in Mortal Kombat, I'm the same way. I actively like losing. Ninja doesn't like playing with me because he wants to duck me, but I'm like, it doesn't matter. I'm better than you. Legit, it doesn't matter. So it's his detriment, not mine. When I lose, I'm like, it's fine. I'll just run it back. Because when I'm a loser, I feel like I have nothing to lose. And when I have nothing to lose, oh man, I just start showing you why I'm an asshole in fighting games.
Fox making the adjustments.
Yeah, definitely they did.
Talked about how hard it was to beat them twice.
Yeah,
on this Pro Tour.
Almost nobody does it. And now it's reset. This will be them being at 0-0.
And what I feel
winner of the next 3 out of 5 set will take Final Combat.
I feel much more nervous in winners because I feel like, oh man, I gotta now maintain staying in winners. I can't lose because people are gonna say it's an upset. But once I lose, I'm like, whew, I don't like lower it off my shoulders. Now I'm ready to lock in and just start doing it to people. And that's what I do. Like I do that at every single event. I'll start playing random characters. I'll start counterpicking. I'll start playing my favorite character. This is because it doesn't matter to me anymore. I'm just having a good time now. And it's not about me winning, it's make sure everybody else is having a bad time while I'm competing against them. And that's what I try to do. Again, like all his fanboys will always come after me saying, "Oh, Ninja Killer's better than you," yada yada yada, because of, like I said, how good he was in MKX. Which like I said, he was at the end of MKX when I quit the game, he was way much better than me. And like I said, that with confidence. But I wanted to show people, I'm like, him and I entered the same game, especially when it comes to neutral and fundamentals, I always felt I was superior in that front against him. The one thing that I felt that Ninja had over me was execution and movement. I thought his execution and movement was better than me. But where I felt like I truly in my heart, where I felt like I outclassed that dude was fundamentals, footsies. I was like, my footsies and my fundamentals and my decision making is just leagues better than his. And I wanted to prove that to him. And playing Final Kombat, coming back from losers, and really decisively beating his ass, like, I really wanted to prove to him I'm better than you, and I did.
That 1-2 is a double high, so down 2. Great call out there by Sonic. To the corner we go, and Fatal Blow is available. Had the mic go down.
Put him in it.
Put him in it. Fades it out, and SonicFox becomes your Final Kombat Mortal Kombat 11 champion.
I proved that. You can see me popping off saying, I'm the best Mortal Kombat player in the world. Like, I'm busy popping off on him, because like, again, like all his fanboys would always come after me saying, oh, Ninja Killer's better than you, yada, yada, yada. So that was exciting, because going into Mortal Kombat 1, you know, with him winning the most recent Evo in MK11, who after I quit the game, people are like, oh yeah, Ninja Killer is better than Sonic. And I'm just like, no, he is not. People can do not understand. This dude is not better than me. I'm trying to say that as nice as possible. He is not better than me. And when I put my mind to a game and I play it as much as him, like, he does not beat me. So it happened again in MK1, where it's like we both now, again, are on equal terms. And I have beaten him in every single set, okay? I am like 4-0 over him right now, okay? So I'm like, can we please stop the talk of who's better? It is me. I'm sorry to tell you this, it is me. That's not being cocky. That is strictly off of tournament results. So. Of course I still have the hammer. That is my prize. Like my possession is that hammer. That's easily the coolest trophy I've ever had. Imagine like one of your favorite fighting games, and now you have a signature icon trophy for it, which is the giant hammer. And now that I have that, I also have a second one too, because I also won Final Kombat in the most recent last year in Mortal Kombat 1. So now I have both his War Axe and I have his War Axe and I have his War Hammer. So it's just cool. It's just like, yeah, and that shit is a real hammer too. That shit is like 60 pounds. Like that shit is heavy, okay? But I wore that with pride. I'm like, even as heavy as this, I'm gonna hold this up with one hand to show you how strong I am. Like, I can do this.
How does it feel to be the champion?
It feels great. This one, I'm really, really happy I won. I can't believe I beat pretty much the best player in the world twice, mind you, to try to get this W. Yes, I think my ultimate life goal, quote unquote, is to surpass Justin's Evo medals. I think once I surpass once I get 10 medals, like I think I will be satisfied. Whatever that means is whatever it means. One of my inspirations and aspirations is to make my own fighting game. So maybe once I get that 10th Evo win, when I surpass it, maybe I'll start trying to focus on making my own fighting game, making it really cool. And I have documents, I have entire universes and everything already set up. So publishers hit me up. I have a really, really cool idea for a fighting game and I really want to do it. So once I reach this goal, I think that's what I'm going to focus on. Because seeing what fighting games can do, whether it's the small indie games like Skullgirls, and seeing the community that can make for it. I mean, Skullgirls made me who I am today, right? I want to be able to be someone that can do that for somebody, for a community, to make a game where people, end up living with each other over it, end up becoming best friends over it. I want to make a new community like that. And I hope that I'm given the chance one day to do so.